Hi, my name is Brennan Lighty, and today's presentation will be on conventional biofuels versus advanced biofuels. The presentation will start off with comparing conventional against advanced biofuels. We'll go into specifically third and fourth generation biofuels, talk about global production, and then talk about some economics. Conventional biofuels are fuel manufactured from any food source, for example, corn, sugar, or wheat. These feedstocks go through processes such as fermentation, distillation, or even transesterification to produce mainly ethanol or biodiesel. One of the drawbacks to producing ethanol is it only being 1/3 energy dense compared to gasoline, thus needing 3 times as much ethanol just to produce the same energy of gasoline. Additionally, the biofuel making process produces CO2, thus adding to the growing problem of CO2 emissions. Advanced biofuels are fuels manufactured from non-food sources, such as plant or waste material. These feedstocks can produce a large amount of product fuels for different circumstances. In theory, using advanced biofuels over conventional biofuels would result in a fully sustainable process. More and more research is going into advanced biofuels every day, and new generations of biofuels are being discovered. For example, the third and fourth generation that will be talked about later. One of the major drawbacks to advanced biofuels is whether or not the cost can be cut low enough to compete economically with oil or gasoline. A relatively new generation of biofuels is third generation. This biofuel uses algae as its feedstock. In theory, since algae can grow rapidly and just about anywhere, this biofuel should top all the others. The products of using algae as the feed can be ethanol, butanol, biodiesel, gasoline, or even jet fuel. The diverse nature of the algae gives it precedent over other biofuel types. Algae is also very easy to be grown and can be grown just about anywhere. So this is why it's better than such a food source feedstock, since you need land, adequate land and soil to grow food, where algae you do not. Algae could even be tied to a CO2 emitting plant to relatively eliminate emissions by using the CO2 produced there. One of the major drawbacks of using algae is the amount of fertilizer that is needed, the ammonium, to scale up the process large enough to be compatible with gasoline and oil. Also, the sustainability or the stability of the fuel produced is less stable than traditional biofuel due to the unsaturated nature of the product, which allows it to be more susceptible to biodegradation. Fourth generation biofuel is still a theory, and more research is needed to be done to determine the feasibility of its process. Fourth generation introduces an idea to capture the CO2 emissions by oxy-fuel combustion. This would make the process carbon negative instead of carbon neutral. The process could capture more CO2 than emitted, thus reducing the CO2 emissions. This idea is still new, and the economic feasibility is still being researched. Over the years, more and more countries are joining the biofuel discussion. The United States leads the world in ethanol production of about 13.9 billion gallons per year. They are also one of the largest leaders in advanced biofuel technology, which is their algae production. In South America, Brazil is the second largest ethanol producer with 5.5 billion gallons per year. This comes from their large quantity of sugarcane in vast areas of tropical land. Asia demonstrates a large interest in conventional biofuels by producing 433 tons from sugar and 156 tons from palm oil. As shown in the graphic, most countries in Asia are increasing their production of biofuels over the years. Germany and France produce over 700 and 500 million gallons per year of biodiesel, respectively. The growing trend around the world is that continuing into the future, production will also continue to increase. Biofuel economics dominate in conventional biofuels due to research that has already been done and how much research hasn't been done on advanced biofuels. Even though in theory, advanced biofuels should be a better alternative, we're going to need some more research to prove that this theory is true or not. Currently, advanced biofuels generation costs about twice as much as conventional biofuels. Even with the additional energy output of the advanced biofuel, the cost is still about 30% more expensive if you take into account the profits. Third and fourth generation biofuels are not currently being generated on a larger scale yet. Thus, information regarding economics on that couldn't be found yet. The future of biofuels does look fruitful though. The capital investment into biofuels is increasing every year. In the US alone, it is projected to reach a value of $95 billion by 2022. Costs are expected to decrease as more innovative technology comes to light. The biofuel production in the US is expected to generate $35 billion worth of revenue in 2022 and reduce imports by $70 billion. Due to the expansion of the industry, job creation is expected to hit upwards of 80,000 jobs by 2022 as well. In conclusion, the biofuel industry is growing exponentially, and over time, advanced biofuels will surpass conventional biofuels. Thank you.